Opening the IDE. To run the Selenium IDE, simply select it from the Firefox Tools menu. It opens an empty script editing window under Menu for loading, or creating new test cases. IDE Features. The Selenium IDE interface. The menu bar. Menu bar is positioned at the uppermost of the Selenium IDE window. The menu bar is typically comprised of 5 modules: File menu, Edit menu, Actions menu, Options menu, Help menu. The File menu. It has options for test case and test suite of test cases. You can add a new test case, open or save a test case, export test case in the language of choice. Also open the recent test case and same options for test suite. The File menu. The Edit menu. It has options to copy, paste, delete, undo, and select all operations for editing the commands in test case. The Actions menu. It can record and play test case. Also, toggle breakpoint and start point. The Options menu. It has options to set and practice various settings provided by the Selenium IDE, like the timeout value for certain commands, add user-defined user extensions. The Toolbar. It provides buttons to manage test execution, including test execution and test execution. Speed control. Controls how fast test case runs. Run all. Runs the entire test suite when a test suite with multiple test cases is loaded. Run. Runs the currently selected test. When only a single test is loaded, this button and the Run All button have the same effect. Pause or resume. Allows stopping and restarting of a running test case. Step. Allows you to step through a test case by running it one command at a time. Use for debugging test cases. Test Runner mode. Allows you to run a test case in a browser loaded with the Selenium core test runner. The test runner is not commonly used now, and is likely to be deprecated. This button is for evaluating test cases for backwards compatibility with the test runner. Most users will probably not need this button. Apply roll-up rules. This advanced feature allows repetitive sequences of Selenium commands to be grouped into a single action. Record. Records the user's browser actions. Test case pane. Script is displayed in the test case pane. It has 2 tabs. One for displaying the command and their parameters in a readable table format. Log or reference or UI element or roll-up pane. The bottom pane is used for 4 different functions: n-log, reference, UI element, and roll-up, depending on which tab is selected. When you run test case, error messages and information messages showing the progress are displayed in log pane automatically. The reference tab is the default selection whenever you are entering or modifying Selenium commands and parameters in table mode. UI element is an extension for the Selenium IDE and remote control that makes it possible to define a mapping between semantically meaningful names of elements on web pages and the elements themselves. See the image given below.